Hello and welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're working on an Elm interpreter. We have been for a few weeks, and we will be for a few weeks more. This time we're going to work on error locations. So last time we got error messages. Well, we finished getting error messages put pretty well everywhere the parser finds something wrong, either from a syntax point of view or semantic point of view. Like if 42, then do this. Elm requires a boolean there after the if. So we got those going, but we don't have error locations and everything. So we'd like to know that the error happened in line 7, column 4. We have some facility for that, but it's not being used everywhere. Okay. Let's go to our IDE. Okay, I did run tests. Everything's green. And we were in this process yesterday that we started off with just the error knowing the location, but we've realized it would be nice if every token could tell you the location. Now, this prospect of adding location to every one of these other things coming up bugged me. So I wanted to think of different alternatives. So I have a couple. One is we don't make our enum be a we don't make our token be an enum anymore. We make it into either a struct or a class. The problem is that notice that the different cases have different things they require. Now we could just pass in, we could just have a field out there, int field, double field, value, string field, and message could be covered by string. We could make up a union of all our fields and make a class that has some fields active, some not. We don't really like that. It gets confusing as to which fields are really in use. You could subclass then, would be a natural way, and say, oh, there's a, I don't know, you might either go lowercase name is a subclass, or you might go things that hold a string are a subclass. I don't know. Either way. I'm not super enthusiastic about that. And maybe it's the consequences of an education with C or something. But the token, I'd like our tokens to be on the light side. And definitely inheritance on that to avoid that feels bad. But I have another alternative, and it's kind of what we're doing already, moved up a level. So let me get to the code. If we get to our lexer, notice this structure. We got character location. So what we've said is our input stream is going to return pairs, and it's a tuple basically. It can be a mix of types, but it's some fixed number of elements. And we say the input stream will give you the next character and its location. And I realized it's a good thing I go to bed and sleep and stuff like that, because I seem to get my better ideas either avoiding it or during it. But I think we can do the same thing for our tokens. So somebody calls get token. Let's see, get. Right now we return a token of some sort. Each of these methods returns a token. We could make them do the same thing so that they return a pair of the token and the location. And I think that's the winner. I don't know. We're mucking with code we mucked with yesterday, so I feel bad about that. But if you don't have the ideas, you don't have the ideas. Okay, so I think we will do that for starters. So this is basically, it's not quite a refactoring, is it? Because it would be a refactoring if we could just do the ones that returned tokens with locations in them. But I think we want to return it for all of them. So that's a little weird. We can return a junk location and then start verifying it. Well, I certainly could. I certainly could do this. Location. Okay. And I should get a complaint here. Here we go. Okay. New line. Can't return token to token location. Yeah, because each one of these things does not. Okay. So we can modify them. And we kind of tracked result location. Maybe I'll make a garbage location. Yeah, let's see. Let's go in this thing. New line. All right. So really, I guess the other thing I could do is make a named struct out of this. But I don't know. Everything funnels back through. Well, the token's responsible for knowing where its start is. So let's modify this. Okay, and we're going to return this. All right, that should fix that one. Yep. All right, and then otherwise, well, I'm making up a theory that says let's let the methods just return token for now, and as we try and get them working, as we get them working, we'll modify these little methods to return that. So let's do that. Okay, so I've got new line. This one I'm just going to return. I'll just say bad location equals location 0, 0. All right, and we'll just return these like that. Now, right now, nobody's looking at the location that comes back, so I think we're still legitimately refactoring, but it's certainly an odd way to go. But that's kind of my criteria: is if we can detect that something is wrong, I don't mind putting it in place. I don't want to put something in place that I can't detect. So notice I'm not returning location or result location, because if I did, they might work. And right now they don't work, so I don't want to make it seem like they do. Okay, so return comment. Well, if it's an error, we'll return that. Okay. Notice I'm still having to modify a lot of these places, so that makes me worry a little bit. The ones that have locations, I don't mind using the location they have. We'll clean this part out later. Okay, and this result location. All right, I think we should build and pass. Oh, yes, okay. Lexer.get. I may want to extract a method for this. I would even argue I should have already. In a way, I don't want to. but I think we will. Okay. We will extract to method. And I'm a little stacked up here, I notice. Get token. Get next token. Okay. And the reason I'm relatively unhappy, I don't know. I mean, it's like there's a side effect now, so we're relying on the side effect. Okay, and then I think we're going to say, let's do this. Token and ignore it is lexer.get. Okay. Now, everybody who called that method can call get next token. All right, and that tells me I should push this down as sort of the bottom layer. Okay. Well, let's just do that much. Okay, I'll work from the top. I know. So we rely on the side effect that somebody's setting that token field. It's sort of the main, or it's a job of the parser to manage that thing. So it's sort of, I don't know. It's not totally horrible, but I regret the necessity. How's that? One more. Okay. And one more up here. I hope it's okay doing that. Nope. Okay. We can't call an instance method. All right. Now, there may be some tests that mess up. Yeah. All right. But this is actually... I'm actually okay with that. We'll pull this out. Make token. Is lexer.get. I'm going to rename this expected token. And maybe actual token. Okay. So I kind of keep a little tally in my head how bad I'm doing on this, and like I kind of took 2 hit points there, right? I finished the change in Lexer, which was touching, 10 or 12 places, and then had syntax errors over here and syntax errors over here. So yeah, not as inspiring as you want, or confidence inspiring, I guess, really. But in any case, all our tests are passing, so we can push this. And this is make lexer return a tuple token location. And I think that's a good thing. I'll take that. All right. Now let's go through, and we want to systematically switch to using the location when we can. Okay, so one thing I want to do, Let's see, what do we got? We got, well, we don't do anything with this new line. Let's take a look over here. Okay, it returns token location. Let's check its. Well, I don't know if we used it in the parser. We don't yet. Okay, let's find new line. Check token. Well, do I want to check these locations? That's one question. Let's look at EOF first. It's the last case here. Token EOF result location. Okay, I want to take this out. And I just want to have token.eof. So I'm going to let the compiler tell me all the places that gets done. EOF, just like that. Okay. And there should be some broken code still. Yeah, EOF has no location. Okay. Prend. Oh, now wait a minute. I'm losing information, aren't I? Okay, we want to make expected location be a location optional equals location, and we'll just use this. We're going to get rid of that in the end. So just like we did yesterday with the characters, we sort of put a helper on the expectation. This lets me build everybody, but now I can pass the expected location in as well. And expected, I'm going to rename this to expected token just to kind of keep these things straight. Okay, so expected token, expected location. And now token location, and when we want another assertion. Now, I want to assert expected location and location. But I don't want to do it if the expected is 0, 0. Let's see. Can I do that? I don't remember if we put location has an equality test. It's so far so good. Okay. So let's do this one, token location. And this one. I don't know why I'm going in with character. If it ends with a bunch of parentheses, you can take any of them. Okay, let's see if EOF is good. No, one more. Check tokens. Oh. That one's different. This one's okay. let's special case this one for a moment. Oops. Let's do it like this and take out that consideration there. Okay, so the test is a little simpler. It's not checking the location anymore. We'll have to decide if that's important or not, and I'll put TBD in here. Okay, let's see where we are. Let's make sure things are passing for getting rid of location in EOF. Good. Okay, so eliminate location from the from token.eof. Okay, so that thing's good again, and the only reference, we have that skip until. Okay, but even there, we're not returning an EOF token. Okay, so no harm there. Oh, okay. Is that critical to the test? Maybe that's a question I should consider more deeply. Okay, so this one we want to parse the uppercase name. That's the input and the expected output, right? So what is check tokens? When you parse the input and you read all the tokens, yeah, we expect to get them in that list. Okay. I'm going to say we're okay without that. I think given that we're already checking the location of the EOF in here, we've proven that it does show up at the end of the stream. So I'm thinking that doesn't really add much to it. Okay, so should still pass. It's a comment we deleted. All right. Next. All right, let's deal with well, new line looks easier. Let's do that one. All right, so I'm going to take this out, and we're going to get a bunch of complaints we got to deal with. Okay, enum new line returns this. Take this out. Something similar here. Oh, this one's interesting. Maybe we have to do this case then. All right, so let's do token location. And now I'm gonna do this bad location trick again. I'm gonna move it up to a bigger scope. We'll do that right now. Okay. And let's go to here. Okay, so return bad location. Now, and either returns this one, new line, and result location. That's okay. And this one, we'll use bad location for now because we're not handling error condition yet. Okay. And now we can strip this off here. Okay, so we're making it so this sometimes returns bad location, sometimes returns the real one. Now there should be Lexer tests that complain, if not parser itself. All right, so check token. We can do like the other one. And check token. And check token. Good. Oh, did I miss one? No, I don't think so. Now, we already searched new line does not show up in the parser yet. So make new line token return location. And I don't know, what I've seen of the Elm grammar, well, there is no formal Elm grammar that I'm aware of. There are some public domain compilers and stuff like that. But it does seem to have use in the language. So if I say foo equals, it knows there's more coming, I guess. So I don't know. Well, we'll see. All right, Lexer. Okay, so error is the last one we have already. I noticed this is a question mark. I wonder if the errors... Let's find dot error. Okay, so location, well, is irrelevant there. Error with location, 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 location. All right, that makes me think that this is, we can remove that. We always have a location. Now the parser should complain because we do call error, we look at error in the parser. And the compiler should complain about that. No? Let's find error. How about error parenthesis? Not there. How about dot error? Untyped.error. Okay, well, we're not doing anything with it. Parse_error.error. We don't look inside. Okay. Well, parse error is the exception. I guess token.error. We don't reference. Okay, so that can be... we got to keep our tests happy, but that's all right. Okay, so we're going to remove this. Build, so lots of places complain. Comment, bad location, error. Okay. Error with no location. Oh, let me go back. This one had error with location, that's fine. This one, we want result location to be the end version of this. So let's do that. Okay. Nestable comment is token. I think we're going to have to do the same translation we did. So normally, oh, people return nil. We're going to return token location optional. Okay. And now we need to return token with location. Like that. Same thing here. Token with location. That. Now, the other paths through, this isn't like the case with the minus where it could make an arrow or some other real token. This is only making, basically making nestable comments, and it returns nil if it doesn't find a token, and error if it finds an error. but there's no real tokens in there. Okay, location. Now this one. Well, I think same deal. We want to move the location out. Location. Okay. Now the type of the result has to be our pair. I don't know, you know. When you make these changes that affect a bunch of places, you definitely want to be asking, am I doing something wrong? Okay, so this mess will return bad location because we don't know, we haven't looked at this token yet. Okay, what's your problem? Token error. Can't return expression of type token. Oh. Parenthesis token.error location. Okay. Okay, so this has to be let's go back to nestable comment. It's now returning token and location. So let's go back to the error. So this needs to be, yeah, this is a comment and a location. Okay, so if you okay. That one, we do this location, that's fine. But now we need to deal with it up here. Okay, I'm going to take the easy one first. Number now returns token and location. Okay. This one is messier. It's a token location optional. So if let comment location equals nestable comment. Okay, so I'm kind of rewriting it. If it returns non-nil, okay, then we want to, well, we're going to do something like this. We basically did that. So we dig the comment out. Comment. If you don't have the comment token, if you don't have a token, you just ignore it. Okay, so we actually know it's I think we don't really care that it's error per se. If we got a token, we want to return it. The fact is, it will be an error token, but that's not really a decision we need to make. I'm trying to think of other ways to phrase this, but I think I just want to return comment token. I don't want to reuse token. Okay, so if, with location. So basically, if we get something back, if we get a token and location back, we just want to return it. Otherwise, we're just going to keep ignoring it. And yeah, so I think that's all right. There may be a better way to do this. I could say if let something equal not now this is well, okay, let's get this right and then we'll come back. All right, so there should be some complaints on Lexer tests. All right, so error does not have a location anymore. There, but we can still check it here. Check token, error, location. I think that's all right. Yeah. All right. Check token. The one we can't do is the error tokens. All right. Or check tokens. Okay. I would like to say it's going to pass. I wish I felt 100% confident. Good. Okay. All right. And I guess I don't. Why not? Because we were mucking around with this and I don't know. I mean, it seemed like we should pass, but a few times you get burnt, you get scared, I guess. All right. So we remove error location. Well, we removed location from token.error. Good. All right. So at this point, location is out of these things. So that's a win. Okay, we're still using bad location. All right, skip spaces is fine. This is fine. At the top level, well, let's go in here. We know this one has some issues. Okay, so token, arrow, bad location. What location was it returning before, right? It's... it wasn't returning a location before. Okay, so... result location, let's see how we're maintaining that thing. So result location is the starting location of the token. All right. So if we see the arrow, we want to return result location. Do we assert in our Lexer tests? Let's find out. Arrow. We don't even assert. Okay, so we say the location. Now we're back to test driving, I guess. Location should be line 1, column 1. And this test should fail. It should be returning 0, 0. Okay. Yeah, return 0, 0. Now, this location, line number 1, 1. I would like to put a debug message on that location. So we'll forgive ourselves this test, or maybe do this. I'm not too worried about this as an activity, I guess. So where's location? Is it in Lexer? Oh, it's an input. Okay, equatable. Yeah, we added is it custom string convertible? Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Hmm. Okay, and then I think it's supposed to return description. You gonna let it do it? Okay, I can do that on this. All right, let's return location, line number, backslash parens, line number, comma, backslash parens, followed by a parend, column. All right, and go back to our test. And I'm hoping I get a little easier to read thing. Lose the whelm.location, line number, colon, and just get location 11 in the failure message. Yeah, it's still optional because our check token is an optional thing, but that's okay. 11 is not equal to 00. Okay. And back to our Lexer. I don't think I need that more. Okay, where's our arrow? Right, this should return result location. Nice. Okay, this one returns the right one. This one returns the right one. So this method is good now. So make arrow return the location. Good. Now we're just systematically working our way down. Okay. Here's equal operator. What do we want to return? Well, let's write it. Let's put it in our test. Equals operator. We expect this to be location 11. Test should fail. One not equal to 00. Yep. Okay. Now we want to return token location, and we're returning result location, like so. Should pass. Uh-oh. So much for that theory. Oh, yeah, we got to take this off up here. All right, pass, okay. I don't know what I'm hitting. Oh, I'm on the wrong app. Huh. Okay. Next is backslash lambda. I'll jump there. Okay, that's an easy one. Where's lambda? We want to return location 11 again. Test fails. Okay. And lambda, oops, Lexer now returns token with a location. All right, and as before, this has to come off, and it should pass. Right, okay, make token.lambda operator, or is it just token.lambda, return location. All right. Well, I see the clock. We've been at it for a while, so let's take a couple minute break, and we'll come back and just keep keep working through these things. We're more than halfway there. All right. See you in a couple. Hey, welcome back. All right. Let's see. So we left off with Lambda. The brace one looks like we're doing the right thing already. Yeah, we went through nestable comment. All right, number. Whoops. Whoa. Goodbye, Xcode. Okay. What did I do there? I don't know. Oh, I hit option instead of that. Okay. So this one, we've got token location because we have some error returns, and they get the current location. That's okay. But these things, they should return the location of their start. And let's add the tests for that. So token float and token int. Those were pretty early. Okay, so token digit returns digit. All these are going to be location 1 1. And almost, I could almost default that. Maybe in the end we'll do that. Because I think if I did expect a location 1 1, these tests would get a lot simpler when I'm not really doing anything that focused on their location. Because I'm always tokenizing at the start of it when I check the tokens. Yeah. We'll put 1 1 in for now. All right, so let's do all the ints. That's a float. Did I miss any up there above? No. Should have those two tests failing. Yep. And when we return int, we'll just return result location. Same kind of deal here. I think I still have it in my paste buffer. Yes. So floats. That's an error. Float. Okay, I think I counted 5. 5 places we expect to fail now. 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, those are all the floats still. That's okay. Result location. All should pass. And this is when you like the TDD stuff. It just, add this, check that, add this, check that. Just the rhythm. And I don't know, I had set up a TCR kind of thing. It just was it was just too clunky to bear, I guess. But TCR, you automatically check in on every green and automatically revert on every red. I wouldn't mind it for this sort of stuff. I said something backwards before, didn't I? Oh well. Okay, so the number method is okay. Let's see where we are. Okay. The name ones. So uppercase name is its own token. There's an uppercase name. Do I care about the location on that one? I don't think I do. What am I doing? I'm making sure that a token at end of file doesn't blow up, basically. But this one, I do care about the location. Okay. And that's the only real uppercase name content kind of test. All right. Should fail. Yep. And where's uppercase name? Well, we know we're going to do this. And let's go in there. Returns token plus location. Okay. Return token and result location. Should pass. And I think we're getting to the end, right? Okay, almost. Well, that one's okay. This one, let's get our test first. Lowercase name. Right. Should fail. Jump here, return token and location. Ugh. Shun. Okay, keep while reserved. Oh, interesting. Okay, if reserved, let's do bad location here. I don't know, when your laptop gets a sticky key, like, can they do anything for that? And this one's so old, I'm not sure it would pay to, or what it would cost. Okay, our test should pass. Okay, let's see, what's the red bar dot for? All right, so return location with token dot lowercase name. But we still have this, and that may be the last use of bad location. Reserved words defined. Okay. Yeah, reserved words. Okay. All right. Should fail. Return result location. All right, and return location with reserved words. Okay. Let's get rid of bad location now. don't think anybody's going to care. All right, so that's a refactor. Dead code bad location. Okay. All right. Let's see. I see Code Wrangler on again. Nice to see you. And Twitch details. If you're human, speak up. All right. We got most of these locations have to be 1-1 or happen to be 1-1, and I think that is a reasonable default since we're just the parser is always going to start at the front, but we're checking. We do check these error locations can be after, So, yeah. Good morning. So I think 1-1 is a good default. So let's change this. Now no one's calling it this way. I don't think. We'll check. Oh, we have. It's probably comments. Yeah. Is not equal to 1-8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Oh, that's a good catch actually. Location 1-8. Okay. Same kind of thing here, right? Yeah, 110. Same thing again, except it's 14. And these weren't asserting before, so I don't think there should be no risk in that. And we counted them out. Trust them. Nice. Okay, so now we default to 1-1. Anybody, if we think 1-1's good enough, I guess. So the test goes from this to this, and like the eye doctor. Which one seems better? I'm willing to do this, I think. So many of them are 1-1. If it came back a different number, we would know. All right, and I'm just going to do, a third or so, make sure we're on track. I suppose one could do this. And can I do replace on here? Yeah. With nothing. Yes. All right. This should all pass. All right. So this is the test. Well, I'll just say. I guess you can see it's in Lexer test. Make default test location be location 1-1. Remove that from any callers. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I have this thing of putting tension in my shoulders when I'm doing something that's like a transformation or something. I don't know if it's a good habit or not. um, but I definitely feel the load coming off now. Okay, we got the Lexer. We have locations coming back for all tokens. We did not go through and modify a dozen or whatever it is tokens. It's reflected here. You have to do a little work along the way if you're not happy with the starting location of this token. But most things are going to be fine with it. Okay. This thing is, I don't know. Like, would there be any advantage to breaking this up? I don't think so. But it's going to get bigger. You know, just having those methods in different files, I don't think changes anything. This one may be a little more arguable, but I think in the end we're going to have some, you know, multi-hundred line files for these two things. And I don't know, I don't feel terrible. It's the recursive descent. I mean, it's very patterned, you know, call, you know, match the token, you skip over it. Call a subroutine for any grammar rule, do a require for any token you really want to, you know, exactly be right. And then enforce semantics before you return something. So it's a decent enough structure. I guess the only thing would be to try and make it more visible, and you probably could do something. I'm wondering if I could make some sort of array-like thing that, you know, I pass in expression without parentheses and somehow require with, and I don't know. We don't get curried functions in Swift, I don't think. So this is going to call it directly. Yeah, don't know. There's definitely a pattern. I mean, there's a reason people write parser generators, because this pattern can definitely be pulled out. The other thing that maybe could be pulled out is semantics, and you know, those are at kind of a different level, but you end up having to kind of gather pieces and stuff like that along the way. So yeah, okay, all right. Well, we're done reasonably early, I guess. That was an hour. I should be taking a look at this thing. And let's see. So today is 24th. And we were doing these two things. And let's see if I can do this up. Yeah. So that's Option Command bracket moves a line up, and left bracket up, right bracket down. Not a great combo in my book, but okay. Error messages provide error locations for parsing errors, and we also provide location for every token. All right. And I think that's a good thing. Now, I guess we're here. Oh. Is my Chiron working? Okay, good. Provide REPL. I guess we'll make us, since it's an acronym, read eval print loop. All right. Gosh, we haven't done anything in the REPL in the UI yet. Okay, do we have something? Here we are. This thing? Yeah. So the starting point, since this is a Swift UI app, I can say main, at main, and then create something that is an app holding a scene, holding a window group, holding a content view, and content view is my thing. Okay. And this was just generated for me, I think, when I said I took my template. Now that we have this previewer, And I'm not 100%. I don't know. It has seemed flaky to me in the past, but the deal is if you define a preview provider, you can create your object with some sample data, and it will do its thing. Okay. Um, and it should display it, but it's got to compile it and build it all from scratch and all that. So we'll give it a moment here. Okay, but I didn't really lay out what I wanted. So where's the best place to do that? Let's go over to the real REPL, the command line version. Okay, so when I type something in, I mean, what I'm imagining is two boxes. The upper box is the old stuff that we've done, and then a box at the bottom that corresponds to the command line prompt where we're going to put new stuff. And I'd like when you hit evaluate or something on the old on the command line equivalent, I'd like it to copy that text up to the upper section, to the end of the section, and scroll to that, and execute and return any values and put them up there as well, or error messages. So I say 42 and 37. If true, then 12, else 15. Okay. 42 should be in a box at the bottom, and then when it comes up, it should the resulting output should look like this, more or less. Okay, I mean, inspired by. Wow, still running. Okay, yeah, this is why I am not super thrilled with that thing. It says paused. Now, if I change things, it's supposed to recognize that it changed. Some things it can do while you're typing, some things it can do when you pause, some things it just loses track and you have to resume. But this should just be fine. We'll run the app in a moment if it doesn't come up soon. And unfortunately, running the app clears out the running previews. So, it's all well intentioned. Cannot preview. Cannot launch PowerShell. The request to open. What the heck? Xcode previews fails. Generate report. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll do it the old school way. We'll actually just run the app. All right. So, whoa. Shouldn't you be staying around for a bit? Oh, how about Control R or Command R? All right, there we go. So, took a little work, but yeah, we got Hello World out of it. Okay, so, and I'm finding my way through how do I best do TDD with the mix of views and things like that. So, I think where I'm at is I will create views and that's okay. Just putting up components. But when I want to actually make them work, I have been using this notion of view model that says there's some sort of object that maintains the state of the underlying system in a way that the views can kind of directly work with it. Okay, so I might have to do some translation or something from the real things, but it would get there. All right, and so with this, what I'm imagining is, well, and maybe I should just, cannot preview, failed to launch preview shell. That concerns me, but all right. So right now I have text hello world. I really want a dialog well, I want a log box. I guess I want a label up here. All right, so let's put the label, which is text Elm in Swift interpreter. Maybe REPL. Maybe just Elm REPL. Okay. And this has to be in a H stack because it's vertically stacked. And then I can give it some type. That was format. No. Font. Dot. Headline. Okay. And let's run. Now I probably want to stick spacers in. Oh yeah, definitely. Wow, and that font is not very compelling to me. Font dot. How about large title? And if I put a spacer, that should push this to the top, and I think if I do this, I'll push it to the middle. This one to the middle. Oh, how about I use a V stack instead of an H stack? Much better. Okay. Let's see. So I want a log box here and a text entry box here and a button that's evaluate. All right, so we'll put the button. I think I forget how I do this. Button. I can put a title, yeah, and an action. Evaluate, and no action yet. Okay, and then these things are called what? It's text something. Text field, text area. Does support text view now. Okay. I'd rather not wrap. Text. Well, let's find the Apple documentation that's more likely to be helpful. Text draws a string using a body font. Okay. You can frame it. Yeah. I'd really like to know just the list of all views. Yeah. You gotta tell me. Text field, editable. That's what we want. And text, one or more lines of read-only text. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so I'm going to have the text interval key, I guess content. Well, version 1, we're not going to put the line numbers. All right, so this is some text. I can do a triple. Okay. padding. We'll work on the spacing stuff later. This comes out. I guess I want a slight spacer. I don't know. Maybe not too big. Text field. Okay, whoops. Hopefully we'll have an example. Yes. Oh yeah, you gotta have a bound. Okay, so yeah, we're getting into other stuff now. So I need a, well, this string is the thing they're editing here. So we'll do something like this. Well, we can put it up here for now. Okay. What are we calling this? Input, I guess. And text field with instructions, and the text is $input, and this can go away. And this can, that can go. Text field, oh, 2 parentheses. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little more space vertically. And I think I can just do input.append text field. No, that's not quite what I want. I guess I want some more state. I'll call it log. And let's make log equal this. For starters, put the log. Okay, and when you say evaluate, we're going to log.append input, and input equals nothing, I think. And this is just prototypey code or playing around a little. All right. Oh. Quit running the tests. Okay, let's do a run. Now I'm going to have to do some stretching. Yeah, I mean, I would like, woof. I would like the first, I'm glad the text is there. I'm glad I can type in stuff. Can I type in stuff? And if I hit evaluate, yeah, it puts it on the end. Okay. Actually, I want to put a new line in there too. Okay. But from a UI point of view, I would like this to be a dominant thing. I'd like it to be scrollable, and I'd like this to be multi-line and centered. I don't know why the one gets centered and the other doesn't. But okay, I don't know how much to fight this thing out. Okay, I'm good with this for now. How's that? One thing. All right, so I want my log to have some border. Border 2. Okay. Something width. Text border example. This site, hacklingwithswift.com, definitely gets a good recommendation from me. It's always got the stuff I want to see. Well, hello name, just text. Okay. I don't really care about the... Oh, I have to say the color. Okay, and I can probably put padding on it. Let's go black and white for now. Okay, can I make them? I guess we space it a little more. I'd like this to be multi-line text alignment. Leading, okay. Now, can I say dot lines? Line limit 10. All right, what else can I do? Let's take this one out. Can I do a width? Frame. Yeah, I mean, I really want this thing to just kind of take the maximum. I mean, I did a bit of UI stuff with my last app, but I just don't have the intuition on a lot of this. I know there are modifiers that do stuff, but now you can see why we would like this preview to work, and maybe I should reboot. We'll take a break in a few minutes. Okay, this is progressing. Okay, so I have some text. I guess I want it to, well, okay, let's see if it's still working. Okay. Next line of text and more. No, it didn't do a multi-line thing. Okay, but it does put it in. Okay, so I want to stretch this box out till it's, pretty wide. I mean, we would like at least 80 characters worth in here, and I'd like it to be kind of 2/3 of the size of this. And I'm going to put a little space down here after evaluate. I know I can do something to these. Min length. Height. Nope. Okay. Let's try for a multi-line text field. Yes. Line limit. Yeah, you would think that would do something. Yeah, I don't like the idea of having to wrap it. You can choose. Oh, they're not making text fields. Yeah, apparently this has become a hard problem. It's called text editor. If you wanted to grow it as you type, emanate it with a label like below. Text editor. iOS 13. Use native text view. Okay. And we're only 2/3 through this thing. Multi-stage text input. Text view. I don't see what's tying the usage to the thing they did. Text view is... Oh, they made their own text view. Ugh. It's apparently been a painful thing, huh? Well, it's nice to know... Oh. No, they defined that. Oh. Text editor, text. Let's try that. Do you like those still? Okay. Now, I want to make a view. Let's go back to this. Let's see if we can find the modifiers. Configuring views. Frame. Ugh. See, I don't want to tell it. I don't want to tell it 100. I want to tell it 50% or 80%. I know there's a way to do that, but it's definitely more complicated. You have some outer thing that passes in the dimensions, and then you can build off that. I can start here. Okay. Let's do dot frame. Okay. Width, height, alignment. Yeah, that sounds about right. Width. Let's try 400 to start things out. Height, 800. Alignment, dot, leading. Then add the padding. Yes. And then add the border. Okay. Text editor. All right. So I think we're enough different to be worth running. While that's building, I'm going to say Swift UI set height on spacer. Spacer.frame height. Okay, what do we got? All right, well, this is, it's vertically centered. I better put a border on my text field or I'll never find it. This is some text. Okay, so let's add some padding outside, excuse me, as well as inside. Okay, so I'm going to put maybe 24, I don't know, 40. Get a little room around the top. My width, my height's not bad. Maybe let's do 700 and 600. Alignment. Top leading. Top leading. Okay. Text editor. Let's put padding and a border on it. I guess we want top leading here too. If this thing is even relevant. Text alignment has no... All right. Okay. I'm okay. I'm getting there. I'm all right. So now if you type in here, oh, interesting. What just happened? Evaluate. No. Okay. Type some text with multiple lines. It scrolls as you go. Cool. And we'd like 10 lines visible, though. Let's evaluate that. Okay, that's doing something. We get 3. All right, so this can be, I don't know, all this twiddling around the graphics, it's a little bit of a pain, but I think the space here is approximately right. This could go another bit out. Maybe it should match this. I don't know. I feel like the work is too far down the page, though. If I hide the keyboard. What was that? Okay. Yeah. It's like we want room for the keyboard, right? You're going to be typing all the time. I mean, I guess this... I probably should have made this a Mac. But, okay, we got it on here. All right. It's for play. Evaluate. It would be nice if you hit something... I don't know... a return or some extra thing that automatically evaluates. I need to be multi-line, so I think that part's okay, but let's shrink this vertically a little more. Let's widen it horizontally a little more. Okay, so we've got the log frame. Line limit 10 is not happening. Okay. Let's see. The spacer thing was frame height? Yeah. Height. Let's put 100 just to get some room for the keyboard. And maybe this should be limited to... Let's make it 40. And compare. Okay, looks like about 3/4 inch on my screen anyway. Okay, that looks even bigger than it was. The width is compatible though, and if you lose a lot, you lose it all. Okay, let's make this 10. Line limit 10, multi-line text alignment. I guess I can move that up a little. I pad it, I border, put 40 padding around it. That's okay. Why is this not? Let's shrink this noticeably. Let's go back to this run. Oh, there's some sort of error in the... Okay, I do get 10 now. It gets chopped when I try and use it. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's the point of this line limit if you don't honor it? 11. And more room. Well, I could be more explicit here, I guess. Oh, but what's going on here? This may be, we found these kind of constraint violations last time and did all the research, and it's like, yeah, there's an error. But button bar button, we're not even using button bars. Selection background equals button bar button. Yeah, this is really odd. I expect this stuff if I did the old school way of doing this, but layout constraints, selection background, button bar button. I don't even know. I mean, maybe there's room for a little spacer up here. No, that definitely kept it from being quite so chatty. Maybe it's when I'm typing that it's getting crazy. Yep. That's kind of on them. Button bar buttons. Okay. SwiftUI has its flakiness for sure. Now, okay, it's scrolling. That's cool. And let's put even more in. Evaluate. Yeah, this thing's not. Okay, so we need the log to be scrolling. SwiftUI, I think it's scroll view. Horizontal scroll view, and we want a vertical scroll view. Okay, so scroll view dot vertical. And then the contents. And we might have to move some of that stuff in or out. But I will reformat this. Okay, something's okay. I want the border on the outside for sure. Padding inside, padding outside. All right. My habits are so good on testing, I'm not running. Oh, I'm glad we haven't broken any tests with this. Okay, that's looking more plausible. I don't mind seeing the scroll bar on there. This height, I don't know what the line limit is not forcing anything. Maybe text editor doesn't recognize line limit. I don't. Text editor displays and edits long form text. Good. Spacing or fonts. You can use line limit. Multi-line text alignment. Yeah, it likes that all right. Line spacing. Well, it mentioned line limit, but it doesn't seem to use it. Line limit something colon. Change this text to modifiers. Well, that seems to not be. And that scrolls, that's good. But it doesn't show the whole thing. Well, that's the text view. This is the text editor. Why is it not honoring line limit? Okay. As of iOS 14, there's no solution. Oh, okay. Well, I can control the height. This spacing is bugging me. I mean, that seems like not responding to that. And then this text object. Okay, Swift UI text, long text. Line limit 0. Oh, line limit nil. No, that's not. Use fixed size, horizontal, false, vertical, true. All kinds of theories. Line limit nil. Text. I wonder if I can cut and paste across here. Yes. I lost it. Ooh, probably wasn't supposed to do it. I don't know. Okay. Now they're all in there. Oh, no, they're not. Okay, well, we're due for another break. Let's take that break, and we'll come back. I guess I want to force this. Well, what I want to happen is I want the whole text to show, and I want to force it to scroll at the end. I can shrink that bottom box, wouldn't bother me. But I think that'll be where we are. So we'll take 2 minutes and come back and do a little bit more on the UI. All right, hello. Welcome back. Let's see. So I just happened to notice this here, frame width, UI screen main bounds width. It seems like we can at least tie into those. But I guess the two questions I had, one was Swift UI force scroll view to end. Yes, that's what I want. Automatically scroll to bottom. Needs a scroll view reader. Entries. My goodness. This would be so much better as a, I don't know, just a parameter on the scroll view, you know. Now we're saying I gotta have on value.scroll to entries.count. Value? What is that? It's the thing coming in here. Scroll view reader. And that seems to be all the stuff they're displaying. For each one on change. I don't know. All right, so we got two problems. Well, we got more than two, but one is the text object is truncating. Okay, so Swift UI make text object, make text not truncate. I don't know. Truncation problem. Yes. You can see there's just numerous problems with Swift UI, and it's hard to know. I mean, they've been improving it, so it's hard to know. Like, are you still getting these weird behaviors or not? Add modifiers to scale down size. Yeah, no. Okay, let's see. Swift UI show full text in scroll view. Yeah, there's geometry reader. Yeah, there's definitely some tricks people are doing with this Z stacking Z is a 3D stack, and forcing a clear object if you use line limit nil, it'll make the text expand vertically to accommodate it. Well, no, I want a fixed. Text does extend to more than one line. Beta 5, like, of what version? Very long text, line limit nil. Prevent truncation using fixed size. Keeps width size and expands height size. I think we pulled that over already, didn't we? No? Fixed sized horizontal false, vertical true. That sounds backwards to me, but okay. It seemed like I got one free paste before. No. I like what that one's doing. Okay. Oh, that's promising. Last one's A. Oh, how weird. It's there, but I can't scroll to it. I don't even know. Frame width, reader size dot width. Line limit nil. Fixed size, and we have a frame, I think. Yes. When's the date on these? 2019. Boy. Line limit ignored in scroll view. Text can't calculate its size. Any view put under text overlaps contents. Fixed size vertical true. Makes it expand all the way to the last line. Okay, so I guess my issue is I can't. Oh dear. Swift UI can't scroll to end of large text. Create a scroll list of 10 text views like this. Well. My only critique here is the site doesn't tend to show you pictures of the result. And, but it's got loads of good examples. I don't even know, is this? No. Okay. Scroll views are vertical by default. Yes, that's what I want. A V-stack is it just that it wants the V-stack? I mean, I think I need the V-stack here because I've got a bunch of text items. Frustrating. I mean, a REPL doesn't need a ton. I mean, it may be hundreds of lines, but probably not thousands or millions. What was that? Whoops. Oh, a V-stack in here. So I think, excuse me, we'll use the rest of this morning to play with the view side of this. I mean, I think we've already got it to the point. Well, you need to be able to scroll to the end, but we've kind of got it to the point of a view that we can work with. This can be shorter, but, you know, I think it's starting next time, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, we'll hook it into the real interpreter we have so far and see what happens. Okay, did I run? Okay, so I can add some stuff. Evaluate pushes it in, and I can't get to the end even now. That's so annoying. Okay. And that seemed to be the same behavior without the V-stack, so I don't think it's adding anything. This fixed size thing's trying to force the scrolling. Maybe this frame doesn't belong in here. Maybe it belongs out here. Okay, thanks for joining Code Wrangler. See you next time. Okay, I don't know. All right, so I guess I need to start putting stuff in my to-dos because we got noticeable problems that we got to figure a way around. Oh. Okay, so one thing is can't scroll to end of long text. Another one is the input box is too tall. Should automatically scroll to end of log text. Okay. All right. Now I don't know if I can. No, we'll just type. Some sort of loo. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Well, A, it's working, and B, the scroll bar is in a weird place. Okay. D something at the end. Okay, that's working. What is going on? Okay, let's try Swift UI. Force text to scroll to end. Some people seem to have some stuff there. Okay, some scroll view stuff. Theoretically, we could put our rows as separate text entities, and then they would do their thing. Okay, yeah, that's all fine. List, scroll view. All right, so the change we made, I pulled this out. What if I did this? $23. Still the same. Okay, so let's undo that. I'm going to try putting both in. I want padding inside, I guess. This is getting kind of old. Daft and a little bit of other stuff. Okay, I mean that. Let's try some super long lines. No type repeat? Oh, come on. I can't hold down a key, huh? Unbelievable. All right. Oh, it's not showing up. And I still have this problem. I can't tell how wide this handles. We'll make this text wider. Okay. Really? It went exactly to where I was? Okay. I guess that's good. I mean, that's a good long page width, right? It's reasonable. Okay, that wrapped. Okay, so the width is okay. Ugh. Yeah, this is the stuff I don't like. Something about fit. How the view handles space constraints. Fixed width with a line length of 1 results in truncation. Always uses exactly the amount of space it needs. That seems like the wrong thing for us. Okay, let's try switch UI text with scroll view. These for eaches aren't making me happy. Scroll view. Scroll view. Forget about wrapping with scroll view with representable. Yeah. And we don't have a choice on the text, right? We just say the text. I mean, I would hope the scroll view tells the text, take as much room as you want. One change scroll to cuts off text. That's interesting. Scroll to what's input. ID. Anchor bottom. That sounds more like what we want. Okay, let's do scroll view reader. Programmatic scrolling by working with a proxy to scroll known child views. Use scroll to anchor. Here's a scroll view reader with a scroll view inside. I don't see any anchors here, thanks. You may not use it during creation of a content view builder. Only actions created with content can call the proxy. Use the proxy. Okay. Scroll view reader gets a proxy. Oh, proxy scroll to bottom ID. Namespace. I don't know how you attach that bottom ID on. Namespace, top ID, bottom ID. Proxy scroll to bottom ID. ID top ID. It's a button ID top ID. Oh, so you have entities in the scroll view. Yikes. Okay. And then a vstag. Proxy scroll to bottom ID. Well, no, that seems... All right, let's keep this page. Maybe it's meaningful to do. Whoops. Okay. I guess we'll take a look at scroll reproxy. Programmatic of scrollable views within a view hierarchy. Okay, that's promising. I mean, we can put some sort of invisible object up at the top and the bottom of this thing. Okay, Swift UI make text for long text. I don't know. That's probably not. I don't want to wrap. Yeah, it's more like a label, and it definitely acts like that. Maybe text editor. Maybe we can just turn off the editing aspect of it. Disable. Display and edit multi-line scrollable text. That's good. Displays it by style. You can create it with a binding. That's what we did. Can style it. Cool. View modifiers. Let's see what we got. Accessibility. Text content. Okay. Deprecated styles. We don't need. Redaction. I don't need that stuff. Hidden. Disabled. Okay. Let's try that. So I'm going to make I'm going to comment this one out. I'm going to put in a text editor. The text is $log. Disabled true. And I guess that's got to be in a scroll view because it can't be infinitely long. It would be annoying. Okay. It may be annoying the first time here. We'll see. A couple of dogs at the end. No scrolling. It's got a fixed. All right, let's drop it in a scroll view. Whoops. Okay, and we didn't. I'm going to leave off the line limit. Maybe I should even say line limit nil. I suppose if we did all this stuff, we'd be kind of happy, right? Okay. Are you scrollable? Huh. Okay. The border. Let's see. What did we do last time? Frame, border, and color go outside. Well, at least the border and the padding go outside. All right. Well, that's progress. That's not quite what we want. I mean, we're seeing the top of these characters. Let's text editor log line limit 10. Let's take that off. Okay. Well, I don't know. Let's try nil again. I thought I put nil in. Did I change it down here? No. Why? But you're maintaining it. It clearly has these things. This is log. Take it off completely. Multi-line. You would think that would be... Well, this one, I mean, it ignored our 10, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. This is without line limit. Oh dear. I don't want to put separate items in my scroll view because it's going to be hundreds of texts. That just seems silly. Text editor. So if we take out the scroll view, okay, we do get the stuff. But I think what we found was adding stuff in didn't scroll it. We have no way to scroll. Okay. I don't have a good solution here. I don't feel like it's so great. I mean, I guess you get to see what all happens because this is what life is like working with this stuff when you don't know what you're doing that well and it's still a little bit flaky. It sure seems like putting this in a scroll view and putting the border outside should let me move that up, and I would like to think it would be as long as it needed to. Um, there were too many crazy questions, though. You can force views to fill their ideal size. Fixed horizontal, false, vertical, true. Well, we didn't try that on this guy. Now, even if all it did was, I don't know, if it shifted the whole thing up and you could scroll the whole thing or something, I guess that would be tolerable. Now that appears to be cut off. Why it didn't have its natural line length when it started, that seems really bizarre. And this thing's getting its line length far more than we asked for. Up to try. Now if I do this, okay. Up to YUUU. And I type another letter, and there it is. Is that really everything? There's my initial stuff. Okay, let's attach some more. I don't seem to be able to activate this. Yeah, something's if I evaluate and type, it's there. Oh, craziness. And look up here. Woof. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I may play with this and do a little more research and see if I can find somebody who's got a good good feeling on this that makes me confident. Maybe this version will work, but I may not. Either way, we're going to get to something minimal that we can tolerate enough to connect up the interpreter we have so far. I'm more worried about the interpreter than I am about the REPL, but a little progress there doesn't break my heart either. So let's see. I guess I have an article coming out later today on a tester in development, and if you go to the update page, you'll get on the list for it. It's about it's sort of normal TDD. We just sort of red green refactor, do these moves we talked about last time, and you have a spike where you just kind of do whatever hacking prototyping you can do to figure out a solution. I've got something that's kind of intermediate that you act sort of like a spike, but you keep track of things and so on. So if you're interested in that, sign up here, and it comes out at I think 1:15 p.m. today, so in a couple of hours. Thanks for joining me today, and I will catch you in the future. Next time is tomorrow, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and we will do some minimal stuff to get this acceptable, try and connect up a view model so we can connect in our actual interpreter. And once we have something kind of going, we will go back and work on more pieces of the interpreter itself. All right, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.